My beloved child, stop scrolling. This message is not an accident. I am near. I am speaking. At this hour I break through the noise like wind over dark water, like light cutting a thin path through fog. You have waited long, and the wait has felt like a long night. But hear me now. The wait is not empty. The wait has been a womb. Heaven has seen what you cannot. I have counted your steps in the silent rooms, and I have guarded the seed when no one else could see it. Today I put my hand on this word and I breathe upon your hope. The blessing you have longed for is not far. It is rising. Time is moving, and I am moving within the time. I place my wings over you to shade you from fear. I lift my sword of light to part the haze that made you unsure. I speak stillness into your chest, so your heart can hear my steps. I am not late. I am exact. I am Lord over the clock and Lord over the door. Do not be afraid of the smallness of this beginning. A small key opens a great gate. A single yes turns a heavy hinge. The window is small, but it is open. I set angels at your sides. I clear the path that looked tangled. I call your name with tenderness and with power. I call you out of despair and back into trust. Your tears have watered the ground more than you know. Your patience has built a quiet road for my promise to arrive on. Listen closely. Missing even one sentence could bend your steps. I am drawing a circle of light around this day. I am naming this day as a marker. When you remember it, you will say, this was when the wind changed. This was when the weight began to lift. This was when hope felt simple again. Now breathe and be still. I have known the weight you carry, and I have not turned away. If you receive this part, type 111 now. I have watched you in the long night. I have heard your small prayers that had no sound, only breath. I saw when you closed your eyes and said, I do not know how to keep going, but I will keep going. I counted the times you held back your own words because you did not want to harm anyone with your pain. I counted the days you kept showing up when your heart felt thin. I counted the hours when you smiled at others and then went home to cry in the quiet place. Heaven has seen what you cannot. I did not miss a single tear. I did not miss a single step. At this hour I speak to the exact places that ache. I speak to the fear that says, nothing changes for me. I speak to the tired part that whispers, maybe I am forgotten. You are not forgotten. Your name is spoken in the halls of heaven with honor. Your story has not been lost in the crowd. When others moved on, I did not move. I stayed by your side. I put my wings over your house. I kept watch when you were too weary to watch for yourself. There were days when delay felt like a locked door that would never open. You knocked, and nothing seemed to move. But know this, the ground was not dead. The seed you planted was alive, even when the soil was dark. Roots drink in darkness before they taste light. The small breaking you could not see was happening beneath the surface. While you waited, I was working. While you rested, I arranged steps. While you wept, I gathered your tears as water for the harvest to come. Time is moving, and I set the time. I remember when you always quit. I remember the night you said, this is the last try. I remember the morning you could not lift your head, but you lifted your hands anyway. I saw you bless when you could have cursed. I saw you forgive when you could have kept the debt. I saw you choose quiet when you could have shouted back. These choices were seeds. These choices were holy. I marked them, and I said, let nothing devour this field. You ask me, why did it take so long? Hear me. Delay was not denial. Delay was protection. There were paths that looked easy but were thin ice. There were voices that sounded kind but hid sharp edges. There were rooms that sparkled but had no air to breathe. Heaven has seen what you cannot. I closed what would have cried you. I slowed what would have scattered you. I hid you in plain sight so that small roots could grow strong. I set angel hands around your fragile hope so wind would not tear it. At this hour I honor your hidden faithfulness. I honor the work no one clapped for. I honor the quiet yes you gave me again and again. I honor the little offerings that felt like not enough, but were more than you knew. I honor your waiting. Waiting is not wasted when I hold it. Waiting is weight training for your heart. Waiting makes the cup sturdy. Waiting shapes the handle so the blessing does not slip when I fill it. You not despise the time it took. The cup you carry now can hold more than before. The blessing I am sending will not spill. You walked through rooms that mocked you. You kept going. You heard reports that said, it will never happen. You kept going. You were told to lower your hope. You kept going. You did not see me, but I saw you. I wrote your steps in my book. I wrote, faithful in small things. I wrote, kind under pressure. I wrote, steady under storm. I wrote, still. And because you stayed, I am about to bring you into a new hour. The first light is already touching the edge of your field. Dawn is thin, but it grows. Dream. Look up. A new breeze is coming across the ground. Listen to me. The weight you carry has been counted and will be lifted. The story is turning, not by accident, but by appointment. I will show you why the dark soil was needed. I will show you where the roots have woven. I will show you how I guarded what is yours. And now, before I place the blessing in your hands, I will reveal the hidden thing that tried to resist you, so you can walk free and keep what I give. Doc 222 to confirm heaven's witness. Listen. At this hour I speak to the tight knot that sat behind your ribs, the knot that tightened each time hope rose. I name the hidden hands that tugged at your sleeve when you tried to step forward. I shine my sword of light into the dim hallways where old words still echoed. The window is small, and that is why I am precise. Heaven has seen what you cannot. Patterns formed around you like vines, slow and quiet, until your feet forgot how free ground feels. Today I cut them. I speak to fear loops that ran like a mill inside your thoughts. They said, remember when it failed before. They said, do not try. I say, remember me. I say, try with me. I break the loop. I break the spin. I put a gentle stop into the wheel, and I command stillness to your mind. I cancel false agreements you made in tired hours, when you decided to be small so pain would be small. I cancel the vow that said, I will not ask again. I cancel the vow that said, I am safer unseen. You are not safer unseen. You are safer under my wings, walking in the light I give. There were word curses you did not hear but felt. They drifted like dust and made the air heavy. They said, you are too late. They said, you are unworthy. They said, your name is not called. I answer them. I say, you are right on time with me. I say, you are covered by grace. I say, I call you by name and I do not stutter. I sort of like parts the fog of those words, and the wind of my breath carries them far away. I wash your ears so you can hear again. I wash your eyes so you can see the path again. I lift your tired hands. Your hands at work long, then feel heavy. Your hands are holy to me. I place strength in your palms like warm oil. I place courage in your fingers like steady fire. I break the hush that shame put on your voice. I say, speak again. Ask again. Knock again. The window is small, but it is open, and I hold it open for you. I set angels at your sides to keep the opening clear. I send helpers who know how to untangle knots without harm. I send wise counsel that does not crush a soft shoot. Your hidden contracts in the shadow places. Promises you made to pain. Promises pain made to you. They sounded like protection, but they were cages. I place each one before the court of heaven. I strike them through with a line of light. I stamp them null and void by the blood of mercy. You do not owe darkness a seat at your table. You do not owe fear the first word. I release you from timelines that tied you to loss. I release you from schedules of sorrow. I release you from old calendars where every new month felt like the last. The window is small, so hear me fully. There are doorways that look like the blessing but are not. Pretense will try to dress like promise. I give you the simple tests. Where my peace rests, stay. Where truth stands, stay. Where alignment with what I have already spoken is firm, stay. Where you must twist yourself to fit, do not enter. I will not ask you to become smaller for the blessing to fit. I enlarge your heart to receive, and I arrange the room so you can breathe. I speak to delay that came from others and delay that came from your own fear. I forgive you. I forgive them. I remove the hooks from your story. I pour fresh oil on the joints of your life so what was stiff begins to move. I command angelic rearrangements around your name. Files rise to the top of the stack. Emails reach the right eyes. Calls return. Paths that were crossed for months suddenly open straight. I place light on your next, and darkness cannot argue with it. You're me. The resistance that stood like a wall will become a door. The mountain you spoke to will begin to loosen, stone by stone. The voice that taunted you will fade into quiet. The habit that pulled you back will lose its teeth. I untie the knot. I unhook the snare. I unmask the liar. I dress you in fresh clothes and place a ring of authority on your hand. At this hour I say, stand up and step forward. You will not step back into the same room. You will not repeat the same year. I have cut the circle. Now the line turns forward. The window is small. So we will build without haste but without waste. The hindrance is named and broken. Now we lay the quiet foundation that will hold the weight of what is coming. Top 333 to stand in clear light. If this is speaking to you, stay aligned with what brings life. Share this word to place light in a searching heart. Subscribe to receive the next revelations as they are released. If you feel led, your support helps keep these messages reaching the ones who are waiting. At this hour I settle you. I quiet the room where your thoughts have run in circles, and I spread a cloth of stillness on the table of your heart. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and I know the way to what I am sending. I will not place a river into a cracked cup. I will mend the cup. I will strengthen the handle. I will set the rim so it does not spill when you walk. The window is small, so you must be simple and steady. Time is moving, and I am making you ready in the quiet, so the new does not crush the true. Come into the early hour with me. In the morning, before the voices begin, place your hands open and say, I surrender this day to you. That small prayer pulls a straight line through the hours to come. It is a tent peg driven into firm ground. It keeps your dwelling from flapping in restless winds. I will meet you in that small yes. I will anoint your breath. I will warm your thoughts with light. I will set a canopy of wings above your head so the first heat does not scorch your hope. Guard your speech. Your words are gates. Do not let complaint gather like clouds inside your mouth. Let truth rise first. Let praise be the first fire. When you bless what is in front of you, you call order into the room. When you speak peace over your own name, you give your soul a place to stand. I am teaching you to build with sound. I am teaching you to cut with silence. Where an argument waits to be fed, walk past it. Where a rumor reaches for your ear, turn your head. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is a shield. Stillness lets you hear the fine instructions that hurry always misses. I am giving you boundaries that do not break. Call them holy fences. Call them mercy lines. You are not required to carry what I did not hand to you. You are not required to enter every room that opens. Let your yes be clean. Let your no be kind. Keep your rest as a sanctuary. Keep your focus like oil in a lamp. These are the containers of blessing. These are the jars that hold the oil when I pour. Do not think the simple things are small. A neat table, a made bed, a prepared list. These are small gates that keep confusion from stealing your day. Set a cornerstone in this season. The cornerstone is my word over you. I have said, you are mine. I have said, you will see goodness in the land of the living. I have said, the blessing is near. Place these stones at the corner of your thoughts. When wind pushes, they will hold the wall straight. When shadows lengthen, they will keep the room square. I place my sword of light along the edge, and I check the line. I say, this is true. Build along this truth. Do not bend the truth to fit a passing fear. I assign angels to your household rhythms. One watches the gate of peace, so strange storms do not enter unnoticed. One watches the gate of provision, so waste does not eat what I have given. One watches the gate of relationships, so honor remains the air you breathe. Welcome their work. Agree with their order by simple acts of faith. Bless your doorway in the morning. Bless your table at noon. Bless your bed at night. Bless the names that live in your heart. When you bless, you invite heaven to touch the ordinary again and again. Some will call this season quiet, but it will be the quiet of a root deepening. Roots do not boast. Roots do not hurry. Roots are the strength that lets branches carry fruit without breaking. I am rooting you in trust so the blessing does not turn into pressure. I am rooting you in patience so praise is natural, not forced. I am rooting you in clarity so you can say, this is for me, and also say, this is not for me, without guilt. You are learning to be a steady place. You are becoming a house that holds light. Do not fear the pause between promise and appearing. That pause is a holy room where I fit the joints and check the weight. I am placing wisdom at your elbows, so choices do not wobble. I am setting small reminders in your day that pull your eyes back to me. Breathe when they appear. Smile when you see them. Say, I am held. Say I am covered. Say I am readying my containers. And when noise presses hard, return to the canopy of wings. Let stillness cover you like shade at noon. The window is small, and the gate ahead is appointed. The foundation is laid in quiet so your feet can step with courage when I say move. Now I will show you the small action that opens the way. Type 444 for protection over your name. At this hour I place a simple key in your hand. It is small. It is plain. But it fits the door in front of you. The window is small, so your yes must be clean. Do not wait for a trumpet to sound. Do not wait for a crowd to clap. Move on the quiet nudge I have placed in your chest. Heaven has seen what you cannot. I have arranged pieces while you slept. I have set the path like stepping stones across a narrow stream. Time is moving, and the water will rise. So step now with sure feet. This is how you step. Make the one call you keep postponing. Send the one email whose words you already know. Place the one application that fear told you to skip. Write the one paragraph that begins the work. Offer the one apology that untangles the knit. Release the one offense that keeps the gate stuck. Give the one gift that breaks the bat of greed. Pray the one prayer that you have been saving for a perfect moment. The perfect moment is not a date on a calendar. The perfect moment is obedience, and obedience is now. Do not despise the smallness. A small hinge swings a large door. A small seed feeds a generation. A small step starts a pilgrimage. I have not asked you to climb the whole mountain in an hour. I have asked you to lift your foot and place it on the first stone. The wind is at your back. My wings are over you. My sword of light is ahead, cutting a line through brush that once scratched and slowed you. I will not let you be ashamed for trying. I will not let you be mocked for obeying me. Shame and mockery look loud, but they are thin. They are paper against fire. Keep your eyes on my light. You say, what if I choose wrong? Hear me. Where my peace settles, walk. Where confusion shouts, pause. Where you must flatten your soul to fit, stop. Where your spirit stands tall without arrogance, proceed. I am not hiding my path from you. I am lighting it in ways you will notice if you stay simple. Knows the repeated open door. Notice the name that keeps returning with kindness. Notice the scripture that meets you in the morning twice, then 3 times. Notice the idea that will not go away even when you try to forget it. I am speaking in patterns of mercy. You say, what if I do not have enough? I am enough. I am the bread in your hand that multiplies as you break it. I am the oil in your jar that keeps pouring because you keep bringing a vessel. Bring me your vessel today. Bring me the hour you think is too small. Bring me the courage you think is too thin. Bring me the plan that feels like a pencil sketch. I will add the color. I will strengthen the lines. I will send a helper to hold the other end. You are not walking into this alone. Angels have been briefed. Friends are being nudged. Provision is already moving toward you at a steady pace. This is what the step looks like in real light. You will feel me nudge, and your heart will thump once. You will think, should I? Answer yourself softly, yes. Then act within the hour. Do not give fear the long table to set all its plates. Do not let delay bring arguments to talk you back into a chair. Act within the hour. Make the call. Write the line. Press send. Walk out the door. Look up. Smile. Breathe. And when you act, whisper, I trust you. That whisper will be the rope that pulls you across. I am also asking you to release what does not belong to your next. Release the story where you were the villain in your own mind. Release the comparison that made you feel late. Release the habit of rehearsing failure like a song you did not choose but cannot stop humming. Change the station. I give you a new song. It is simple. It sings, I am loved. It sings, I am held. It sings, I can do the next right thing. Sing it under your breath while you move, and watch how courage grows like morning light across your floor. Do not argue with the open door. Do not write long lists of why it cannot be you. I have chosen you for this door. I have written your name beside it. I have shaped the handle so your hand fits. I have lowered the threshold so you do not trip. The window is small, but it is appointed. Step through it while the air is clear. I will meet you on the other side with the next instruction, not before. I did not design a map that tells you everything at once. I designed a dance where I lead and you feel my hand. Trust the dance. Trust the hand. As you step, bless those who stay. Do not scold the ones who are not ready. Bless them and keep moving. Your blessing will open space for them when their hour comes. Do not turn your head for every shout. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your pace with me. Stillness inside, movement outside. Peace in the chest, courage in the feet. This is how you step through the small window that opens into the wide place I promised. When you step, the old cycle feels the break. You will hear the sound of something snapping behind you. That is the cord that tied you to yesterday. Do not pick it up. Do not knot it again. Keep walking with me, because now we will reverse what tried to repeat. Type 555 to step through this small window. At this hour I stretch my hand across your yesterday and I write a new line. The circle that kept you walking the same path is broken. I have heard the secret ache that said, why do I end here again? I answer you with mercy and with power. Holy reversal comes upon your story. The tide that dragged you back begins to turn, and what once pulled at your ankles now carries you forward like a river. Time is moving, and with it I move you beyond the edge where you used to stop. Heaven has seen what you cannot. There were agreements you did not know you had signed, written in the ink of disappointment and repeated words. They looked like safety but were chains. I take those papers today and I hold them to the light until they are see-through. I stamp them with finality. I call them canceled. You are not required to repeat what hurt you in order to prove you learned. You are invited to step into a clean page because I have learned you, and I say you are ready. Shame tried to wear your face. It followed you into rooms and whispered that you did not belong. I lift shame away like a heavy cloak, and I dress you in honor. I place dignity on your shoulders. I wash your memory with warm water so the old scenes no longer sting. I speak to the moment that taught you to expect loss. I stand inside that room with you, and I change the temperature. What was cold becomes warm. What was sharp becomes soft. I do not edit your story to pretend pain did not happen. I redeem it so pain loses its power to set your future. Some doors closed and you mourn though. You may. Those doors were mercy. They were thin bridges over deep waters that looked beautiful from a distance. I shut them so your foot would not slip where the rail was broken. Not every no was against you. Many no's stood for you like a wall. Now I open the right door, the one with weight and peace. The window is small, and this is why I am exact. You will not wander from room to room. You will walk into the place prepared and know it is yours. I sanctify your appointments. I bless your calendar. I place my name over meetings, interviews, messages, and moments of chance that are not chance at all. I adjust timing so you arrive at the same minute as favor. I slow you when the road ahead is slick. I speed you when the light is green. I put grace in your voice and clarity in your eyes. I make your handshake steady. I make your yes trustworthy. I make your no quiet and firm. The cycle of being misunderstood breaks. The cycle of almost but not quite breaks. The cycle of start and stall breaks. I cancel timelines of loss. I tear out the old calendar pages where dread had circled dates. I write new words over those squares. I write celebration. I write peace. I write recovery. I write completion. The projects that sprawled without finishing will come to a clean end. The conversations that always turn into conflict will find a new turn into understanding. The debts that dragged like chains will begin to loosen link by link. Watch as small reversals add up like raindrops that gather into a stream, and the stream finds the sea. You have been taught by delay to shrink your hope. I teach you now to grow your hope under guidance. Hope is not reckless when I hold it. Hope becomes a plumb line that keeps your building straight. I give you enough resources to work without panic, enough strength to rest without guilt, enough vision to say no to distractions that dress like opportunities, enough friends who bring their own light and do not ask you to dim yours. The cycle of pouring into holes ends. I seal the holes. What I pour will remain. I also reverse the judgments you made against yourself in the long night. You said I am always late. I say you are right on time with me. You said I break things. I say you repair and you restore. You said I cannot carry joy without dropping it. I say I have set joy in you like a stone that cannot be shaken loose. You will not sabotage what I give. You will not run from the table when the meal is served. You will sit, you will eat, you will be satisfied, and you will bless. Feel the wind shift. Feel the weight slide from your shoulders. The ground that once tilted against you is leveling beneath your feet. I have set angels at the corners of your life to hold the edges steady. Your nights will change. Your mornings will widen. Your afternoons will carry a new rhythm. When the old voices come to visit, they will find no chair. When the old habits knock, they will find the lock changed. The code they knew no longer opens your door. The window is small and holy reversal is active now. Keep your pace with me. Keep your gaze steady. The next thing I do is multiply what begins, so that the new does not come as a single leaf but as a cluster of fruit. Type 777 to seal cancelled agreements. At this hour I move you from a single spark to a bright field. What I begin in you will not stand alone like one stalk in dry ground. I bring clusters. I bring baskets. I bring nets that touch the water and come up heavy. Time is moving, and I am moving with it, ranging the small starts into a woven start, a beginning made of beginnings. Heaven has seen what you cannot. You asked for one door. I am opening a hallway of doors, each one fitted to the next like steps in a sure staircase. Feel the air change. After long heat, the first drops come. The dust lifts and the smell of rain fills the room. This is favor. This is the soft proof that I have leaned toward you. You will notice it in little ways that add up. A message returns with yes where it was silent before. A stranger speaks your name with kindness you did not earn. A problem you could not solve gives way with a simple turn. These are not random. These are signals. These are the early figs on a tree that will not fail this time. I assign helpers at this hour. Some will come with hands. Some will come with words. Some will come with keys. They are not sent to replace your strength but to multiply it. Watch how 2 become 4 and 4 become 8 when you walk with wise hearts. I send people who do not compete with your light. They carry their own lamp, and together the road is bright. I send people who do not ask you to shrink. They ask you to stand tall in grace. I send people who do not drain. They pour in ways that leave you steady and seen. Provision will come in clusters, as if the field decides to ripen at once. Do not panic at the speed of blessing. Do not try to gather with old baskets that tore under strain. I have strengthened your containers in the quiet days. I have checked the seams. I have wrapped the handles. You can carry this. You can share this. You can store this without fear that it will rot before you touch it. I will also teach you the rhythm of release, so what comes in does not stagnate. Keep the current moving. Let generosity be the channel that keeps the water sweet. Your creativity will wake like a room when the shades are pulled up. Ideas will arrive with companions. One thought will bring 3 more. Notes you left half finished will rise and stand. The song will find its chorus. The plan will find its partner. The sketch will find its color. You not choke the flow by demanding perfection at first breath. Treat these beginnings like newborns. Hold them close. Keep them warm. Feed them small and steady. They will grow strong under simple care. Your work will feel different. The same hands, but new oil. The same tools, but better grip. The same path, but a wind at your back that you cannot buy. This is what my blessing does. It does not make you someone else. It makes you your true self under light. It makes your steps easy where they used to drag. It makes your mind clear where it used to fog. It makes your voice ring with a tone that opens hearts without force. You will recognize these and you will say, "This is not luck. This is the Lord who leaned toward me." I will not allow the blessing to arrive as a test you must pass. I send it as a gift you must steward. Breathe as you receive. Smile as you count. Thank me in the middle, not only at the end. Let gratitude be the rain that keeps the field green after harvest. Let honor be the fence that keeps foxes from the vineyard. Let humility be the path through the fruit so you do not crush what is under your own feet. Walk light. Walk slow enough to see what I have done. When resistance tries to rise in a new disguise, laugh softly and bless. I have already broken the old cycles. Holy reversal stands like a banner over your day. What once stole the first fruits will not enter this field. I have stationed angels at the edges. I have written no trespass in fire where the wind can see it. Sleep without the old fear. Wake without the old dread. The morning will not repeat the old night. The pattern is new because the root is new. At this hour I also multiply your beginnings into other lives. Your yes becomes a door for the ones who watch you. Your courage becomes a trail that others follow. Your provision becomes a table with extra chairs. This is how my kingdom moves, quiet and short like yeast in dough, like light across water, like wind through wheat. Nothing loud, yet everything changes. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your steps with me. The field is wide, but I will walk you row by row so you do not miss the ripest fruit. Abundance has a sound, and you will hear it. He is the soft drum of rain on leaves. It is the lift in your chest when peace arrives with purpose. He is the laughter you thought you lost. Listen, it is already beginning. Now, with good things rising, you will need sharp eyes at the threshold, because not every knock belongs to promise. Type 888 for holy reversal. At this hour I station you at a living threshold. Blessing has weight, and weight needs wisdom. The room you are entering is bright, yet brightness can blur edges if you rush. Time is moving, but you will not be pushed. You will walk with me. Heaven has seen what you cannot, so I set angelic checkpoints at your gates. These stand quiet as light, and they test by what I have already spoken. Let your heart learn these tests, and you will not be tricked by pretense that cresses like promise. Every blessing draws both true friends and polite shadows. Some smiles carry peace. Some smiles carry pressure. Listen to the language of peace. Peace does not force. Peace does not rush. Peace does not require you to shrink to fit. Where my peace rests, stay. Where peace strains the moment it is touched, step back. I am not the author of confusion. I am the maker of clarity that holds like a warm hand. When you sense clarity, you will also sense breath returning to your chest. That is me. Truth is your second test. Truth has a simple face. Truth does not change its story when the wind shifts. When you ask a clean question, truth answers without smoke. When you place my word beside an offer, truth stands in agreement. Where you must bend my word to keep the offer alive, the offer is not from me. I have given you a sword of light in your mouth. Let the scriptures I have written on your heart be the edge. Speak them softly over a decision. Watch what lives under that edge. Watch what fades. You will see it. Alignment is your third test. Alignment means this step fits the steps I set before. It means the way ahead rhymes with the way I have taught you. I do not contradict myself. I will not call you into a room that requires you to forget who I made you. Where you feel the old self you shed trying to rise again, pause. Where you feel the true self I formed standing taller with kindness, proceed. The window is small, and I am exact about what passes through. I am not withholding. I am protecting the shape of your promise. I also teach you to discern people at the door. Some arrive as promise carriers. Some arrive as pattern repeaters. The promise carrier will honor your boundaries. They will not be offended by your peace. They will bless your pace. The pattern repeater will test your fences and call your clarity stubborn. Do not argue with them. Do not let their urgency set your calendar. Bless them and close the gate. You are not hard for choosing what I blessed. You are faithful. Money will knock, and money has a voice. Listen to its tone. When it speaks as servant, it is safe. When it demands to be master, it is not. I give resources as tools, not as thrones. If an opportunity pays well but taxes your soul beyond the grace I am giving, it is not yours. If a smaller door holds peace and keeps your covenant with me intact, choose peace. I will fill the rest. I am the multiplier. I am the one who makes little more than enough will align with me. Open your hands to counsel, but weigh counsel by my voice. Many opinions will gather when blessing appears. Do not crowd your inner room. Keep a short table. Keep a clean circle. Ask those who love me and love you without strings. Ask the ones who tell you the truth when the truth is quiet and costly. Ask the ones who know how to wait with you for my nod. Let their words be rain, not a flood. You are not a reed to be bent by every gust. I have set angelic checkpoints on your thresholds. They test atmosphere. They test motive. They test timing. When you stand at the door and feel a subtle push that does not carry peace, acknowledge the angel guard and step away. When you stand and feel the warm lift that matches my word and your readiness, acknowledge the angel guard and enter. You are not alone at any door. Honor your work by honoring the witness within you. You do not have to explain every no. You do not have to justify every yes. Walk in the light I give. Guard your eyes. Guard your ears. Guard your mouth. Do not let flattery loosen your grip on truth. Do not let fear tighten your grip on what must be released. Practice small acts of discernment each day. Turn off a voice that drains. Turn toward a voice that steadies. Set aside an image that spikes envy. Tick up a promise that feeds peace. Discernment becomes strong through use, like hands that learn an instrument until the notes feel natural. Soon you will hear a wrong note and know it at once. The door you keep will open into steady work and simple joy. This is not about suspicion. This is about clarity that protects delight. I am not calling you to a life of defense. I am calling you to a life of dance with wise steps. And because the door is kept, you will walk out each morning clothed in quiet armor that does not clank or draw attention. It simply holds. That is where we go next, into the daily armor that keeps what I give from being stolen by small foxes and sudden storms. Tut 999 for appointed doors and helpers. If this word brings you into clarity, come into agreement by pressing like now. Share it to place light in a searching heart. Subscribe to receive future revelations as they are released. If you feel led, your support helps this message reach the ones who need it most. At this hour I dress you in quiet strength. I do not hand you noisy armor that rattles and draws eyes. I clothe you in peace that holds like well-made cloth. Time is moving, and I will not send you into the day uncovered. Heaven has seen what you cannot, so I have woven simple habits that keep your heart guarded and your steps light. Put them on with me each morning, and you will move through storms like a ship that knows its keel. Begin with praise. Before you speak to the world, speak to me. Let your first breath be thanks. It sets your inner weather. It turns a room of fog into a room with windows. When you thank me for what is true, you lift a shield that catches arrows before they hiss. Say, I bless your name over this house. Say, I bless your name over my mind. Say, I bless your name over my work. The blessing straightens your spine. The blessing brightens your sight. Guard your speech. Words are not small. Words are swords and salve. Let your mouth learn my pace. Speak truth without thorns. Refuse the easy curse. Refuse the whisper that stings. Where frustration presses, breathe once before you answer. Where a trap waits for your agreement, keep still. I have placed a sword of light in your mouth, but it must be sheathed in kindness to cut the right thing. Use it to cut lies. Use it to cut fear. Do not use it to cut hearts. Forgive quickly. Do not carry little stones in your shoes all day. They blister your steps and make you think the road is cruel when it is only your pocket full of stones. When offense knocks, answer with release. Say their name to me and set them down. Forgiveness is not forgetting what happened. Forgiveness is remembering me and what happened. Forgiveness frees your hands so you can catch what I send. The window is small, and hands full of old weights cannot receive new gifts. Keep clean boundaries. Boundaries are not walls of fear. They are fences of wisdom. They tell love where to enter and where to rest. They tell chaos where to stop. Draw them in peace, not in panic. Draw them with light, not with fire. If a request pulls you beyond the grace I am giving today, bless it and say no. If a demand tries to trade your peace for hurry, bless it and step aside. Your yes is holy. Your no is holy. Keep both under my hand. Clothe your mind with my word. Let a line of scripture be your morning belt. Let another be your noon strap. Let another be your evening class. This is not about many pages. This is about one living line that you carry until it hums. When fear suggests a story, answer with the line. When confusion suggests a map, answer with the line. My word is not paper. My word is wind and light and bread. Eat it. Wear it. Walk in it. Keep your eyes anointed with gratitude. It is oil against grit. It keeps the small irritations from scratching you raw. Name 3 gifts before noon. Name 3 more before night. They can be simple. A clean glass. A kind text. A beam of light across the table. Gratitude is a shield that the enemy cannot pierce because it changes the angle of every arrow. Where there is gratitude, there is less surface for bitterness to stick. Practice stillness. Stillness is armor others cannot see. 5 minutes of closed eyes under my wings can do what 5 hours of panic cannot. Step aside when noise swells. Put your hand on your chest. Breathe with me. Say, I am held. Say, I am covered. Say, I am listening. In stillness I will slip you small instructions that save you miles. In stillness I will point to snares before your foot finds them. Missing even one sentence in stillness can cost a day. So come, and let me quiet you. Keep holy rhythms for your body. Drink water. Eat simple. Sleep when I give sleep. Walk in light when you can. Do not despise this care. Your body is a lampstand for the flame I place in you. A tired lampstand shakes. A tended lampstand holds steady. This too is armor. This too is worship. This too is agreement with my design. Finally, bless what opposes you. This is the highest armor. The armor that glows. When you bless, you step onto a road the enemy cannot follow. When you bless, you disarm the trap that was set with your anger in mind. You will not feed it. You will feed light. You will feed peace. You will feed faith. From this armor we move to a strategy that confuses darkness and opens rivers where there were rocks. We move to blessing that disarms. Type 1010 to walk in daily armor. At this hour I teach you the higher road. The world says fight fire with fire. I say carry water. The world says repay wound for wound. I say bind the wound and walk on. Time is moving, and I will not let you be dragged into low rooms where anger rules the table. Heaven has seen what you cannot. I have watched traps set with your outrage in mind. I now give you a key that does not fit that lock. Bless, and the trap springs empty. Bless, and the chain falls without a sound. Blessing is not weakness. Blessing is a sword of light turned the right way. When you bless, you do not agree with wrong. You agree with my will over what is wrong. You call my order into a place that forgot it. You pour water on fire without feeding the smoke. You stand under my wings and you speak my heart. Say, I bless those who cursed me with clarity and peace. Say, I bless the gate where slander stood and I name it clean. Say, I bless the work of my hands to prosper without stealing another's portion. This is not pretend. This is power that shifts air. You have asked, why should I bless those who hurt me? Hear me. Because blessing keeps you in the wind of my spirit where vengeance cannot tempt you. Because blessing turns your face toward me and away from the mirror of offense. Because blessing moves battles into my court where I judge with mercy and with truth. I am just. I am kind. I am not blind. When you bless, you give me space to vindicate without you turning bitter. I will not let kindness make you a doormat. I will make kindness your shield. Learn this rhythm. First, step back into stillness. Second, bless. Third, speak truth when I open the door. Truth without blessing is hard and cuts wrong. Blessing without truth is soft and cannot hold weight. Together they are a sword and a lamp. Together they disarm plans that once snagged your feet. Together they build bridges where there were only cliffs. I am not asking you to deny paying. I am asking you to deny paying the right to write your words. When an accuser rises, bless them by name before you answer. Watch what happens inside your chest. The heat lowers. The sting weakens. Your mind clears. Then speak as I give you words, or keep silence as I nod. The window is small, and I will teach you when to answer, and when to let the wind answer for you. My angels know how to move papers. My angels know how to soften hearts. My angels know how to close mouths that harm. Agree with them by staying in honor. Bless your past. Many think blessing is only for the future, but blessing heals the ground you walk on. Say, I bless the child I was. Say, I bless the choices I made under fog and I receive better light. Say, I bless the years that felt stolen and I call forth harvest from hidden roots. You cannot hate your way into freedom. You bless your way into freedom. As you bless, locks open. As you bless, old anchors lift from the riverbed. As you bless, the current carries you without tearing you. Bless your enemies and bless your friends. Bless those who stayed and those who left. Bless those who could not see your value and those who held it with care. Do not bless harm. Do not bless lies. Bless people with the good I truly intend for them. Blessing frees you from the court of public opinion where trials never end. Blessing seats you at my table where I feed you peace and send you out strong. I also ask you to bless with your hands. Write a note that releases gratitude. Give a gift that breaks scarcity in your own heart. Serve where I point for 1 hour when you expect none to notice. Dehacks are seeds with fast roots. They change the weather over your day. They call helpers to your side. They make room for solutions that were crowded out by grudge. You will feel the wind shift. You will see the face of a problem soften like wax near a flame. This is how my kingdom moves, quiet and sure. When you bless, retaliation has nothing to grip. Curses slide off. Plots lose their oxygen. The enemy cannot track a heart that chooses kindness in my presence. You will become uncatchable in arguments designed to stain you. You will become uninteresting to storms that feed on reaction. You will not be a puppet pulled by offense. You will be a child who walks with me in the garden wind, hearing my voice and answering in peace. Hear me now. I am not asking you to keep unsafe company. I am not asking you to remain in harm. Boundaries stay. Truth stands. Blessing is the light shining on both. Bless, step back, close the gate, and continue the path I marked. I will defend you. I will provide for you. I will open doors the enemy swore were welded shut. And as you hold this posture, I place a mantle on your shoulders. You will govern what I give with clean hands and a quiet heart. That is where we go next. Taught 1111 to bless and disarm. At this hour I place a mantle on your shoulders and a ring on your hand. You are not stepping into a crowd to be lost. You are stepping into a post to be found faithful. Time is moving, and I entrust you with what I am sending. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and heaven agrees with this commissioning. I set you in places you already know and in places you have not seen, and I give you simple charges that carry great weight. You will govern what I give with clean hands and a quiet heart. I speak to your house first. Your first altar is near. Bless your doorway each morning. Speak peace into the rooms and let your voice become a soft bell that calls hearts to rest. Where tension sits like a knot, untie it with gentleness and truth. Where weariness drifts like dust, open the window and let my wind move. I give you authority to set the tone, not with shouting, with steadiness, with psalms that you whisper while you work, with prayers that hang like light along the walls. I set angels at the corners. Agree with them daily. I speak to your work. Whether you labor with books or with bricks, I anoint your hands to carry order into chaos. I appoint you as a keeper of integrity in small decisions that others rush past. I give you favor that does not bend your spine. I give you clarity to say what is needed without fear. I make you a quiet pillar in rooms that sway. When you enter, confusion will step aside. When you leave, people will say, "It felt easier to think." This is governance. It is not a crown for show. It is a service that steadies. I speak to your creativity. I light the lamp of making and repairing. You will write lines that land like seed. You will craft work that holds like a well-built chair. You will imagine pathways through problems that looked sealed. You will paint, plan, sing, shape, design, or code in ways that lift heaviness and teach hope. Create with me not to be seen but to serve. I will carry your work farther than your feet. I will place it in hands you did not think would hold it, and it will comfort and guide. I speak to your compassion. I commission you to see the overlooked person standing at the edge. I set in you an instinct to bless without cameras. I give you a pocket of bread for the hungry, a spare coat for the cold, a word of honor for the ashamed. You will be a quiet river that waters dry ground. Do not measure impact by noise. Measure by obedience. One lifted head is worth more than 1,000 empty claps. In lifting others, you stabilize your own path, for generosity is a bridge that you also cross. I place a sword of light in your decision hand. Use it to separate yes from no. Use it to cut away flattery that wants your consent more than your good. Use it to free your schedule from false urgency. I give you keys as well. Keys of access, keys of timing, keys of reconciliation. When I say unlock, turn the key. When I say hold, keep it in your pocket. Do not open what I shut. Do not shut what I open. The window is small, and I am exact. You will know the difference by peace that sits and looks you in the eye. I confer authority over your words. Your blessing will carry weight. Your prayer will move things seen and unseen. Your apology will mend what many meetings could not. Your no will protect hours you need for me. Your yes will plant flags in ground I give. Do not waste words on rooms that do not listen. Speak where I point. Write what I breathe. Sing what I teach your chest to sing. I will ride your words like wind carries seed, and sprouts will appear in places you never walked. I ordain your relationships. I appoint you as a keeper of honor among friends. You will not join small wars. You will build long tables. You will bless the quiet ones and insist that they have room to speak. You will cover with kindness what could have been exposed with cruelty. I set a watch at your tongue so jokes do not become knives. I set a watch at your eyes so envy does not gain a foothold. Where jealousy tries to stir, you will bless, and your blessing will break its hold. I assign you to stand in the gap for your city. Walk its streets with a soft prayer in your mouth. Say, let peace sit on these corners. Say, let families find rest. Say, let honest work flourish. You are not powerless. You carry light that leans on space and changes it. I will show you one small place to serve with your hands. I will show you one small office to visit with hope. I will show you one small team to encourage. These are not side tasks. These are part of your crown. Your commissioning includes rest. Authority is not a storm that never sleeps. Authority knows when to lay down the staff and sit by still water. I give you permission to be human under heaven. I give you permission to laugh and to play. I give you permission to say, I need a moment with God, and to take it. Your strength is not in how much you carry. Your strength is in how well you stay yoked to me. Walk in step. When I pause, you pause. When I move, you move. I seal this commissioning with a simple vow. I will not leave you. I will counsel you. I will correct you without crushing you. I will raise you without rushing you. If you stumble, I will steady your elbow. If you forget, I will remind you with gentleness. If you feel small, I will draw near and say, Beloved, look again. You are not small in me. You are a lamp on a stand, a city on a hill, a child in the shelter of wings. Receive this charge. Lift your head. Square your shoulders. Breathe. You are appointed to carry the blessing as stewardship, not as weight. And now, with mantles set and keys given, I will speak the closing prophecy that seals this day and names your blessing as arrived. Type 1212 to rise into assignment. At this hour I speak peace over you like warm rain on thirsty ground. I speak rest into your bones and brightness into your eyes. The long night has yielded. The first light has become day. Heaven has seen what you cannot, and heaven bears witness as I place the long-awaited blessing into your hands. Time is moving, and with it I move what you planted from hidden root to visible fruit. What felt delayed now arrives by appointment. What felt fragile now stands firm. What felt scattered now gathers under my wings. I calm the winds that once argued with your steps. I level the path that once rose against your hope. I heal the small tears inside that came from many waits and many almosts. I set my sword of light before you to keep the way clear, and I spread a canopy of wings over you to keep the air gentle. The window is small, but you walk through it with me. Now the room opens wide. Now the table is set. Now the cups are filled without spilling. Receive this. The report will change in your favor. The answer will return with yes. A connection will find you. The door will open and remain open. The work of your hands will prosper at a steady pace that does not steal your sleep. Your name will be spoken with honor in rooms you have not yet entered. Your home will carry a tone of laughter again. Your body will remember ease. Your mind will remember quiet. Your heart will remember how simple joy feels. I bind fear from revisiting. I forbid despair from nesting. I appoint angels to stand watch at your thresholds by day and by night. I decree recovery of what seemed lost and interest added in peace. Walk slowly through this hour. Bless as you go. Give thanks as you gather. Keep the rhythm we made together, and you will stay in the wide place I have given. You are chosen. You are safe. You are loved. If you receive this message, type Amen. Type 144 to seal this blessing. Thank you for welcoming this word. If it blessed you, please like to agree in faith, share to place light in a searching heart, and subscribe to receive future messages. If you feel led, your support helps keep these revelations reaching those who are waiting.